10 months ago, 11 families lost their homes to the Valley View fire.
It forced the biggest evacuation order since Firestorm and did more than $3 million in damage. The hillsides are blackened and damaged, but this spring, they're beginning to show signs of life. Tonight, KXLY4's Sally Showman revisits a family that's rebuilding after losing everything. She is live in the Dishman Hills tonight. Sally?
That's right, Robin. Construction crews are busy here rebuilding homes, and hundreds of trees have been replanted to replace the thousands that burnt here. The sights and sounds on the hills are changing, but the memory of the fire that destroyed so much here is still fresh in everyone's mind.
Heartbreaking for a lot of people.
I think it's going to turn out to be kind of a catastrophic fire.
July 10th, 2008, the news got worse by the minute.
And if you look very carefully off in the distance, you can see the next ridge top, and that's a house on fire on top of it.
I'm joined now by Bill Clifford.
On live TV, the Valley View fire roared into the Dishman Hills. Gaining strength with the wind, it bulldozed 11 homes and 1,200 acres.
There have just been many balls of fire, really many explosions when the trees just burst into flame.
The home at this point is virtually destroyed.
The evacuation order has now included all of Ponderosa, all the way now south to 48th.
More than 1,400 homes evacuated, an additional 2,500 told to prepare.
This has been the largest evacuation in Spokane County we've had.
In the days that followed, 11 families returned to messes of mangled metal and charred beams that used to be their homes.
You look at each other and go, what do we take? What's important, and you can't get your head around it, so you just get in the car and go.
We visited the wreckage of Sherry and Bob Mon's dream home just days after it was destroyed.
We've moved through the last few days in sort of a fog and sort of a dream.
As time goes by, you realize you're going to have to face it.
Nearly everything the two worked their lives for was unrecognizable, but a couple of things miraculously survived the flames.
Holy cow. Where do you suppose they found that?
A collectible that Bob grew up with.
I have no idea who found it or how it got put out, but it was the Joseph from the nativity set that I had when I was a child.
Just as the figurine survived the fire, the Mons made a commitment to overcome.
If we built it once, we could certainly build it again.
Days later, they made the decision to rebuild the exact same house.
I think that was probably the easiest decision that we had to make.
A week ago, we toured the house.
You know, we obviously see things that we weren't able to see before. We're really better people, I think, for having gone through it.
The last 10 months have been full of lessons for the Mons.
The replacement of things has been a journey, because just in the very first few days it was, do we have a toothbrush and a hairbrush and a razor?
Replacing their entire life, they've discovered what they really need.
What do you guys miss the most?
Being here. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's just, even with the house in the state it's in, and the windows just went in this week, there's just such a feeling like, oh, I'm home.
The landscape and soundscape has changed dramatically in the Mons Park Hills, Park Meadows neighborhood, where 9 homes were destroyed. Sounds of construction and heavy machinery are common, as 6 of the 9 families who lost homes here are rebuilding. Fire cleanup is in its final stages. The last few truckloads of destroyed trees will make their way down the hill in the next few weeks.
As we approach spring, I think to be able to see the green in the meadow down there, and the tops of the trees being green is very comforting.
Signs of new life beginning to emerge.
Rock.
It will take about 80 years for the trees to regrow, but the Mons house should be complete by August. It's then that they'll exchange one of the most important things stolen by the fire, their wedding rings.
We're going to have a party, basically, when we move in, and try to thank everyone for their support over the past year, and we'll exchange our rings again. So that's the plan, yeah.
As the Mons continue rebuilding their life, fire officials say they'll continue to train for devastating fires just like this one. The Dishman Hills have burned before. Experts say they will burn again.
Now, one of the Mons' biggest regrets is that they did not keep a list of things they would have taken when they had to evacuate, so they didn't get away with everything that they wish they had of. They recommend that everyone who lives in fire-prone areas keep a list like that. Also, keep an inventory of lists of things inside of your house so that things will be easier when you're dealing with the insurance company. Live in the Dishman Hills, Sally Showman, KXLY4 HD News.